Hello, you're welcome to Playroom, the Zillennial edition, brought to you by Metaspace Digital. We're recording this episode from Sicily. And if you haven't seen any of our previous episodes, pause this and watch every other episode. Like, share, type a comment and maybe like and watch again, if you can. What do you think 90% of New Year resolutions fail?
Who's starting first?
Who's going to build the cat? I select.
I presume you have something in you that you want to share.
Because she's shaking.
Yeah. Anyways, from my own point of view, first of all, I would say the reason why I feel some people's New Year resolutions fail is one, maybe you didn't write it down. The Bible says, write down vision and make it plain first. Secondly,
I wrote my own.
I just said one, some people, not everybody. But after that day you wrote it down, do you really have the zeal and the passion for that thing that you wrote down? Do you really desire for it to come to pass? Or do you just leave it there and leave it in papers? Because if you just leave it there, meaning you don't exactly want them to come to fruition. Do you understand? So that's, like I said, one, you don't write it down. The second one, you wrote it down, but you didn't follow through. You didn't. There is no. See, if you have passion for something, you will follow through. So I would say there was no passion exactly or drive for that thing.
Drive for what you wrote down.
Yes, for what you wrote down. And if you really want to see yourself in that place that you desire or you aim for, you will go after it. So if you really don't want it, if you don't have passion for it, then it's not really work.
I actually do think that why most 90% of our New Year resolution doesn't they fail, because there's something about New Year's. There's this
Excitement.
energy, there's this freshness. Do you understand? Not just even New Year's. I think anything new. When someone just gets in a new relationship or marriage, we get married, I'm serving breakfast in bed every. But you find that after 3 weeks, you might probably not do that. There's this fresh effect that the new year brings or comes with, and because of that, I feel like a lot of people tend to set unrealistic goals, goals that it's coming from your emotions. It's not logical. It's not from your. It's not something that, when you can just say, "Oh, in this year I want to build a multi-billion-dollar company." That's unrealistic. Do you understand?
Chase your dreams. It's possible.
It's good to have the dream.
But why do
right?
you say it's unrealistic?
It's not an unrealistic goal. Not for everyone.
Yeah.
It depends on the person, your loved one, and everything. But then, because of how excited you are, you could just write down the goals. But then, are they goals you can truly follow through? And one thing about unrealistic goals is that you can get burned out. You can get bored because it's something that you have to. You have to put your energy, you have to give in everything. Do you understand? So it's much more than just writing down the goals. Make sure that the goals that you're writing, make them simple. Simplify your goals. Okay, every day I'm going to work out for 10 minutes. Every day I'm going to pray for 20 minutes. Just simplify your goals. And I also feel like if more of your goals are about your personal development, it would affect your productivity and you would definitely
follow through.
Which is relating to passion.
Another thing that I picked up from what you said is discipline. You can have goals. You can write everything down because you spoke about workouts.
Exactly.
If you don't make discipline your number one goal for your resolutions or whatever you plan down, none of it is going to happen because you even still need discipline to make your goals come to reality. Do you understand? So discipline is part of it.
Let me pick on that word discipline. In sharing your goals or your New Year resolutions with your friends, do you think it helps you? Does it increase your chances of adhering to them?
I tell my friends everything.
Do you tell your
You need to be very specific about define the friendship.
So I think what he's saying is if maybe you tell your friends, oh, okay, to this year, guys will hold me accountable. I want to work out. I want to I want to maybe build a house. I want to save more. So at least, at least your friend can be looking at you and say, Bolale, did you work out today? You don't remember your goals. But I feel like it depends on the kind of friends. Because my friends, we all set the goals together and all of us will understand. Say, you're so stressed, Abby. I get it. Even me, I'm also stressed. So it depends on how driven you are, how driven your friends are. If your friends are really driven individuals, it would definitely help, I think.
Yeah, I don't think that for me, like it's something I think it's different for everyone, really. But for me, because of the kind of people I do have in my circle, they're very goal-driven, goal-oriented. When I do share my goals with them, you need people to fan your flames. You're burning already. You can't be the fire and
I'm edified.
Yeah, you need people to fan your flames, because when you have a project or something that you're working on, right, there will definitely be a time when you are tired. Who will tell you, keep going, you keep doing this, you understand?
Like
and therefore you,
partner.
yes, and even God created, God made us men to be alone.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's true because when you have people that are with you, you're moving together, it's easier for you because you need to pour out. It's working on the projects and things that you're doing is not something you can do all by yourself. You need people that you trust, people that are obviously goal oriented, also pursuing their goals. You're affecting their lives, affecting your life, and you're growing. I really feel like it does increase your chances.
But you said people that you trust. So is that what you were referring to as depends on the type of friends?
That's why I wanted to say to buttress on the matter. Because you say friends. I am very, very particular about defining friendship.
Definitely.
We can have a lot of people, everybody, friends.
Yeah.
But there is a specific one, like you said, goal-driven. The ones that would help push you.
And want the best for you.
They want the best for you. So those are the ones that you can tell. Maybe at your own given time, you are working on you already know the idea, the thing, the resolutions you're writing down, everything to yourself first. Then you can now, do you understand, share
your friends
properly to your friends that that you have a very organized friend or you have someone that's very disciplined that
it doesn't have to be everyone.
And also when you feel burnt out, you're allowed to relax.
Definitely.
But doesn't mean that you now relax and don't
That's why they sometimes come in to
help you. Like, it's time. I have my friend out. There was a time, sorry to say about but prayer. I was saying that I was talking to her one day. I was like, I think we need to start praying every morning. And I love the fact that she was like, it's actually very true. I've been thinking about this. And if I don't say anything in the morning, she'll tap me and be like, okay, it's time, let's pray. Or if she doesn't, I will tap her the next day. Like, so it's a collective thing. And you say two is better than one, no matter how anybody says, I don't need friends, I don't need people. Trust me, you need somebody. So you just have to get the right people in yourself.
So we've spoken about setting goals, getting the right people. But why do we have to wait till November, December to plan the new year? Why wait till the new year to set goals?
You can't.
Okay, can I? Sorry.
Let me. Have you started setting goals?
Of course.
Most definitely.
No, apart from the one we're carrying, for those carrying.
The carryover.
The carryover.
Okay, she doesn't.
I think it's like what she said. No, I look at her. She has achieved all her dreams and her aspirations. I'm so proud of you.
I wouldn't exactly call it carryover. I think it gets better. You just want more improvements than words.
Speak on carryover. What we're calling carryover. Try to buttress what that means. So
I wanted a car this year. We will carry it to 2022.
So therefore,
and you can even upgrade the year.
But then again, sometimes your goals may even be just general. Maybe they're not as specific. Maybe it's like, I want to, be a fitter person. I want to eat healthier. Those kinds of goals, they don't really have an expiry date. So it's just, I not relate to exercise this year. I exercise next year. So that's what I think. That's why I think carryovers as, maybe I know to do the thing where I won't do. So I go try do next year.
Yes. But why do we have to wait till November?
I think it's very
because
bad
I think towards the end of the
year.
year, I don't know if it's natural with everybody. I begin to reflect.
Yeah.
From nowhere, you just find yourself checking out your January, February, and going through and be like, okay, I didn't do this. I need to change this. I need to be better. It doesn't exactly have to be what you didn't get this year. Just an improvement. Like, I need to be more disciplined. I need to be more serious with my work. Or I need to get better in my career. Okay, I've gotten to this level in my career. I think I can now climb. You know, when you were talking about unrealistic goals, you know, now you've gotten to this level. Now I can now push it forward. So I think it's natural with everybody. When you get to the end of the year, you begin to reflect on your life and begin to see things that you need to change, or I'm tired of this level, I need to go to the next level in my life.
But
Also,
you did say that I'm waiting for the year to begin before you set the goals. I think that's very bad to wait. Just
okay, no, you're talking about
it's
before
understandable.
When is the right time?
I think before the year. What's a plan? A plan. You don't make a plan for now. Make a plan for the future. Right?
No, that's why, because next year is the future. I make the plan in December.
He's saying you setting your goal in the new year, like January 1st, you're already setting your goal.
I'm not sure.
So my question was, why do we have to wait till the end of the year to set, New Year resolutions?
We have closed one chapter, we're opening the next one.
And I think that's perfect. Just like the end of the day, you want to check out your day was.
Exactly, so it's the end of the year.
It's good for assessment as well. You can go review your year. What did you do better? Like she was saying, your habits, what can you do better? It's a very good thing to do. Yeah.
So someone watching this YouTube video right now, and they're thinking, yeah. How do I set the right goals? So what's the right goal to someone? Before I go to my ask, what's the right goal? Like, how do you know if this is the right goal to set? You talked about how for someone, multi-million-dollar business might not be the right goal for that person. How do you know if this is the right goal for yourself?
It depends on the person. Everybody's goals.
I think there's that thing. There's that thing where they talk. I don't know. They taught us goal setting. I can't remember what course it was. Smart goals, specific, measurable, action, something realistic.
I can remember.
And
time-based. Time-based.
Wow, guys, I really went to school. I just want to say.
So what can we do?
Thank you so much.
What can we do differently to keep these goals? What can we do? Because that's essentially the question. So you set your goals. I've set my goals. You've set yours. She set hers. How do we keep our goals?
How do we sustain?
Yes, how do we sustain? What can we do differently to keep these New Year resolutions?
Well, I think first of all, I always say prayer, but yeah, you have to pray. And then second of all, after setting your goals, make sure you have a time frame. It's something about setting your goals and then okay, I want to lose weight this year.
You can't just casually
just do that. Okay, I want to lose the first 3 months. I'm going to dedicate the first 3 months to losing weight. So I feel like you should have a time frame for your goals, and then make sure your goals don't be too hard on yourself. Really, obviously you need people to find your thing, but then don't be too hard on yourself. Understand that growth is a process. Understand that you're growing as long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do every day. That's why it's very important to have goals that will improve you, make them, improve you, your mind and everything, so that, as you're doing, and also make them simplified, easy. So you're not worked out, because if you're doing so many things, obviously we in Nigeria said before you can really, really have a lot of money, you have to hustle, you have to do so many things. Before you can do all of those things and still be productive for the year, you might be burnout. So make sure that your goals are very realistic, simple, so that you can daily focus on them and then set times for them. Also reward yourself. When you hit one, just let's go out, let me just reward yourself. I think
and I think that's very important. We don't really do that a lot. We're so focused on the end goal that every journey
and it feels like, and when you begin to focus on your failure, it feels like you've not done anything at all, you've not achieved anything at all.
Yes.
And it's just in line with what Emem was saying. You said the goal has to be specific.
Exactly.
So if you're losing some weight, you want to write
the number.
So 15 kg. And then you said in 3 months, so that's even an extra level of.
Exactly.
You don't lose 15 kg in 3 months.
That's a
dramatic.
Lot.
But I don't know, Sha. Weight loss gurus, no. I don't know.
They probably know. But in essence, you just have to be specific. Yeah. Measurable. How do you measure that you're making progress? Every single day you're checking, right? So
maybe every week or every
monthly thing also.
Yeah. Because I've noticed everyone now, their smartwatches, they're checking how many calories burned.
They're all no.
Check out.
Okay. Nobody's checking. It's fun, guys. No, it's fun.
Sorry.
Lord is
Sorry
my calorie burner.
That's your calorie burner. Anyway, so it has to be measurable. Then we're looking at attainable. So that's what you said about. Attainable is like realistic as well. Something you can reach.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's you're dreaming, of course. You're hoping for the best, but you want to also achieve it, right? So that's attainable and realistic. And then time bound. You have to give yourself some time. In the next 6 months. I want to move from this place to another place. I want to get a higher paying job. I want to get 10 more gigs. I want to maybe travel out. Speaking of a previous episode about Jackpot, so maybe you want to Jackpot or you want to actually get into a political position, whatever it is.
Make a plan.
Just make a plan.
Yeah.
So last words to everyone, watching, and maybe you just want to share something about yourself. When think about that time you achieved something successful. How did you achieve it? So if you go from Valerie to Emem to Onyiye, we're definitely going to come to a very beautiful conclusion.
Yeah.
So let's go.
Valerie.
Last words.
My last one.
Yeah.
So every goal setter or someone trying to plan their new year.
I would say first of all, pray.
Yeah.
Speak to God Almighty about your goals. Communicate with your Father.
Yeah.
And draft it out, pen it down, then make our plans, make long term. It's a full year, it's 12 months. I'm speaking from my own point of view, something that I already have planned out in my head. I'm already planning it. So, okay, let me say what I'm going to do. I already have what I have in mind. I plan days that I want to pray to God, and I'm planning to write them down. And I'm putting out time frames that I want some certain things to happen and some certain behavior characters or things that I need to change. So, first of all, I said pray, write them down, put time frames to when you want to see them actualize, when you want to see them come to fruition and you want them to happen. And also, like she said, reward yourself. Every single thing that you see you've achieved, even if it's not as big as you expected it to be, but if you see that it's working, reward yourself. And also rest. Don't overwork yourself. Don't burn yourself. Give yourself credit. Because if you are waiting for anybody to clap for you, you are going to grind.
Especially in this Nigeria where they know they like clap for
yes, be realistic. So that's what I do for myself. If not, you feel
awesome.
Well, I'd like to say I've achieved quite a number of goals I've set for myself. Do it though.
do it.
Cause all these things I say, you set the goal. When you write, I want to lose 10 kg, it's sweeting you because it's on the paper. But then when it's time to actually wake up in the morning before you go to work, before you now start your commute to work out. So just decide. I don't know. It's a will thing. It's a discipline thing. Just decide that these things I'm writing down, I'm actually going to do it. And why will you do it? Because you really want it. Don't just write things down because it sounds like a good thing or because maybe that's what your colleagues are setting as their goals. Pick your own, set your own goal, and then do that. I think that's what really helps. She said all the other things. I don't want to repeat.
I would say comparison is a thief of joy. So stay on your own lane and
rest.
Relax. Don't compare yourself to others.
Breathe.
I think another realistic thing that people should do is that you might have friends who have made or who have all these things already, and you're driving yourself that car. January, that's the day I'm going to get the car.
Buy Benz.
Ending of January. No, that's very unrealistic. Work with your time. You know that this is your level. Don't let anybody pressure you. Because if you pressure you, you cry, like I said.
And then you
know that this is your capacity, but there is space. I mean, there is increased capacity is available. The grace is available for you to increase from that capacity that you are
gradually.
at. So, but doesn't mean that you now stress yourself and say January that car was gone, but it can happen too. So,
Awesome. So quickly.
Honestly, this episode is really, I think for me it's very personal because the year obviously is ending and everything, and maybe to reflect really. And I'll say that this year I really grew so much in my personal life. I really grew, and I found out what really worked for me. I want to be much more productive. Found out that waking up by 5 a.m. works for me. Like if I wake up 5 a.m. every day,
I want to be you in the future.
I aspire.
No, honestly, like
I aspire.
I'm not even joking. Waking up 5 a.m. every day to pray, even if it's just for 10 minutes, it does something to me. Like I'm just very productive. So I said to keep at that. And just I'd say to be very intentional about myself. If look at yourself, what kind of person do you want to be? What perception do you want people to have of you? Who do you really want to be? And you have to be intentional about these things because it's your life. If you are not intentional about your personal development, you are doing yourself a very great harm and disrupt, because you are going to be in depression. You are going to be blaming people, blaming the government, honestly, this year has been like my best year, even with everything that has been going on and all of that. My productivity increased because I was intentional. I made sure that I set goals that I really thought, I followed through on. And even when sometimes I wake up 6 a.m., I don't feel bad. The next day I'll say, oh, I'll do better. I'll
6 a.m. is good though.
You have really tried, truly.
And I said to use.
When she needs to
Very
wake up.
embarrassing.
That's what you need to know. She wakes up when she needs to.
I don't like waking up early.
Yes, and I said to also minimize my phone time, because you can be on this social media for a long time and not be productive and everything. So just be intentional. Know that it's really good for you. For if you really, really want to, do better in the next year, it's very possible. Yeah, very possible.
I want to be a star.
And speaking of wanting to be a star, being intentional, and what was something you said? Give me one word. She talked about willpower. Yes, I would like you to like this video, subscribe to this channel if you haven't.
Do it now.
Do it now and start commenting New Year goals, New Year resolutions, so that we can, be your accountability partners. Thank you so much, beautiful ladies, for joining me.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.